Almost all restaurants use vegetable oil, seed oils, canola, soybean, safflower, sunflower, rice bran, margarine, crisco. They almost all use it. I know because I ask when I go out. And sometimes the manager or the chef or somebody comes out and they tell me, oh, we use a blend. We use butter mixed with canola oil and we whip it. Or no, we rub canola oil on the grill and we put your steak on the grill. Almost all restaurants, I would say 99% of restaurants use canola oil or soybean oil. I believe the Greek restaurants use olive oil, but what kind of olive oil do you think these Greek restaurants are using? Do you think they're spending the money to buy the extreme extra virgin olive oil that comes in a dark glass bottle that has a harvest date of no more than 3 years ago and single sourced to make mass amounts of food in those Greek restaurants? I don't think so. I think they're buying gigantic tubs of olive oil in clear plastic bottles that sit on the shelf forever. I will not even eat the Greek food in olive oil, okay? It's you want to go to restaurants and tell them, if you're interested, if this is important to you, and it's very important to me, I do not want to ingest a single drop of canola oil or soybean oil or any of the other seed oils because it's machine lubricant. It's toxic. It's not meant for human consumption. Seed oils are not meant for human consumption. We got to get that message out there. All right? They're not going to change the laws and the rules. There's too much money being made. All the processed food out there, almost all of it, has these oils in it. Pick up any box or package and read the ingredient label. You will almost always, 99% of the time, see one of those seed oils. I control what I put in my body because I'm shopping and I have my kitchen. But when you're somewhere else and they're making the food for you, guarantee you 99% of the time it's gonna have seed oil in it. It just is. It just is. That's how they make their money, by using cheap oils. They're not using butter. One restaurant I went to once said they only use butter. I said, great. Can I have some extra butter for my steak? So they made my wonderful steak. They brought out extra butter because I love to rub butter on my steak. And then I had so much butter left over that when we had the take-home container, I put the butter in the take-home container. I took it home, put it in the refrigerator, took it out. I cooked with that butter. I don't know what was in that butter, but it was not the same as my pasture-raised butter. What was it? I don't know. But it didn't bubble correctly. It didn't look right in the pan. So now I'm questioning, did I eat seed oils? They said it was butter. Maybe it was the lowest, cheapest grade dairy they could get because that's what restaurants do. They want to make a profit. And so they'll buy the cheapest ingredients and make it look pretty on the plate. But you're eating crap when you eat in a restaurant usually. And I don't care how beautiful it looks or how much you spend, unless you're just eating a steak or just having some kind of carnivore food, you're getting crap. They're there to make it look exotic and beautiful and pretty and make a buck from you. They don't care about your health. They want to make money from you. So please understand that processed food, restaurant food, fast food, cafeteria food, institution food, they all use seed oils, which are toxic poison. A lot of that food has carbs and sugar and grains. So take control of your life. What that meant for me was I eat at home. I do. I make all my meals at home. And when I'm retired, when I was working, at the time I was ketovore, I prepped the night before and I took in all these little containers, in glass containers with little lids, and I combined my food and I ate at school, heated things up in the microwave. I stayed healthy because I was in control. I wasn't going to eat. I was a school teacher. I'm not going to eat that school cafeteria food. You should see how horrible it is. You should see what children eat in public school cafeterias. It's disgusting. It's what you're supposed to feed prisoners just to keep them alive. Same thing for hospital food most of the time. I just don't understand. The mighty buck is so powerful and it influences all the food industry. And even though the facts are out there about the proper human diet and nutrition and what really is good for you, the dollar is more powerful. And people don't know. So they just trust and they eat what's put in front of them. So open your eyes like I did and look at the food, buy the food, prepare the food. And if you have to eat somewhere, talk to the manager. That's what I do. The very few times we eat out, I have a discussion and say, hey, I have a severe allergy to vegetable oil. They don't know the word seed oil, so I have to talk in their lingo. Vegetable oil, which is this oil, that oil, this oil, that oil, this oil. And then they'll come back and say, okay, we're going to do this, but we use canola. Is that okay? I have to say, no, that's a seed oil. Oh, here's some, you said butter was okay, so here's some whipped butter. And I'm like, okay, it's whipped. Is this 100% dairy butter? Well, it's a blend of canola and, no. So unless you ask, unless you're pushy and confident in your request, you're going to end up eating seed oils. And you may say to yourself and to me right now, well, who cares? I've had seed oils all my life. I don't care. Well, you have oxidative stress going on in your body. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. If you want to eat the best, make it yourself. And if you're going to eat out, be a pain in the neck like I am. People that I eat out with sometimes, they don't like to eat with me because they're all around the table. They all have their menus. They're all ordering. And then it comes time for John to order. And they know what I'm going to say because they're, oh God, here he goes. I have a discussion. I said, I'm allergic to seed oils. This is what it is. I'm going to order this steak from your menu. Please tell the cook not to put the soybean oil, the canola oil on the grill. And most of the time, the cook comes out to talk to me. And sometimes they say, well, I have to put it in a baking dish and cook it in the oven. I'm like, that's fine. Because they can't clean their grill just for me. That's fine. That's important to me. Some people think I'm a little crazy with this and they say, oh, it's okay to have a little bit here and a little bit there. And you do what works for you. You do you and I'll do me. For me, I don't want a drop. I don't want a drop of oxidative stress in my body if I can control it. All right. When I go over to people's homes and they have this big, we had a nice Christmas meal at a friend's house. We brought our own amazing carnivore lasagna. Oh, so good. We used egg white wraps for the noodles and delicious. Everybody loved our food, by the way, better than the crap that they had there. But everybody brought their little dishes and I don't touch that stuff. I ate my stuff that I can control. And then I look around at everything else. Maybe I can see something, some cheese, maybe some roast beef lunch meat. I control what I put in my body. Control what you put in your body. You have that ability. When it comes to birthday parties and celebrations and everybody's passing around the plate, I take the plate of cake. I do. And the fork. And everybody's standing there with the plate and the fork with the birthday, happy birthday to you. And everybody's singing happy birthday, blow out the can. And everybody starts to eat it. And then I'm holding the cake. And then I just go put it down somewhere or I find the trash can. Nobody knows I didn't touch it. Nobody knows I didn't eat it. You don't have to put this pressure on yourself and tell people, I don't eat this and I won't eat that. And then they think you're weird. There are ways around social gatherings and celebrations and still eat properly and not feel ostracized by the people around you. There are ways to do it. If they verbally ask you, then there's your open door to talk about your healthy way of eating. Let them think you're crazy if they want. At least you're planting a meat seed and maybe they'll think about it. Ladies and gentlemen, eat well so that you can have an optimized version of yourself. Have a good day.